Hello and welcome to another set from Alchemy League. This one is from the Platinum Division. Platinum Division is still going on in the round robin. And we have Warrior versus Ivanenko. The first game in this set is played on Whirlpool Lake, and they have both selected Byzantines. These players are pretty try-hard. They're somewhere in the range from 1900 to 2K1, I would guess. Maybe a little bit more than that. And so they're going to have try-hard picks. And these guys, for whatever reason, through playing and watching the tournament perhaps, have developed the opinion that Byzantines are the best civilization on this map. I say, what took you so long? Byzantines are the best civilization on every map. But they're especially good here, apparently. Or at least they're seen that way here. It's Warrior and Ivanenko are both pushing in deer. They've been probably watching each other's recordings and learning from each other's build orders. So I think the meta with this map is you try to go into the fire ships quickly, and you try to snowball, and you try to get water. But really, it's not that huge of an advantage, I think, because by the time the dust settles, or the foam settles, I should say, on the water, somebody's got like 3 fishing ships left. You're just not really able to fish boom on this map. So as you guys may know, Whirlpool Lake, big pit in the center. It's got all these fish in it, lots of fish actually. What I like about it though is that generally if you're being attacked on water, your opponent is coming from the other side of this pit and they have to attack you uphill. And so attacking uphill, of course, ships are affected by hill bonus. They deal less damage and you deal more damage. The other thing that we've got here is the sea tower. This sea tower is nice because it at least gives you a little bit of defense to keep the enemy ships from sailing in underneath your town center. So if you lose this water, of course, they can come right up on these mangrove shallows, which are created using connections. So we can see that Ivanenko is already sending a villager forward. He has the wood to build a dock, and that is what he is going to do. And we will probably see some similar activity here from Warrior. They will probably both go fire ships, fast fire ships. Not like fast fire ships, the units, but like fire ships quickly, like fire ships early. Fast fire ships, of course, are an Imperial Age unit, which Byzantines do have access to. But most importantly, the Byzantine bonus of faster attacking fire ships will be important here. And here's our dock foundation from Warrior. I sure hope this lady doesn't walk around this way. Okay, she walked around this way. This is good. Be easier for her to escape, I think, if she were attacked from this direction, where she'd kind of be pinned in here by a scout. Let's see if anybody has loom. I don't think they do. That's why they're doing this quick wall thing, just to make sure that the enemy scout doesn't come in and get a free kill. And same thing with Ivanenko. You don't want to get loom if you don't have to. It puts you a villager behind. So it looks like they've only pushed in 2 deer, each of them. See, we got 2 deer left over for Ivanenko, and we probably have... Oh no, Warrior pushing in more deer. He wants more deer. So he's pushed in 2 deer, but he's going to push in more. But Ivanenko going out and being more active with the scout. So we'll see if that pays off for him. I think Ivanenko should have an idea, maybe, of where Warrior... No, he's going to go find him now. So Ivanenko is going to go, and he's going to look for Warrior's town. There's nothing over here, so he's going to keep searching. Warrior's, of course, over here, and Ivanenko is going to discover Warrior's dock. So now Ivanenko knows where to attack. They're both creating fishing ships, and they both want to click up soon. He's found the sea tower, and he knows that the town center is right here. Warrior coming to chase Ivanenko's scout away. Does Warrior know where Ivanenko is? I don't think so. Nope. He does not know where Ivanenko is. Ivanenko trying to take a fight here on the hill, but I think Warrior has too much of an HP advantage. I don't think Ivanenko can fight this. I think he has to go straight home. So both players are on their way up to the next stage. Warrior with 11 seconds of idle town center time, and Ivanenko with only 3. Ivanenko will be up sooner. It looks like his build is cleaner in this case. Slightly cleaner. And he's sending another villager forward. I'm not sure what this villager is all about. This might be... He's got 18 on wood, so... in no time, he'll have the wood to build another dock, if that's what he chooses to do. He's building a house here. He's got 2 lumber camps. What's the deal with Warrior? Also 2 lumber camps. So these guys have similar build orders, I think. Ivan Echo losing his scout, which is pretty unfortunate. I'm not sure why Ivan Echo didn't just run under the town center. He may have been distracted, like he may have been looking somewhere else. You can see that Warrior is building a dock closer to Ivanenko here. Scroll up and look at it. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit easier, huh? So they both want to go 2 dock fire ships. And they both have 3 fish to defend. There's a ton of fish in the center. Oh! Ivanenko with a 3rd dock. Okay, Warrior does not have his 3rd dock. He probably wants to make one. He's building a house here instead of walking home, and he didn't really need that house urgently. So he's probably going to build another dock with this villager. They're both getting double bit axe, and we're going to see the fire galleys start to flow. These guys, just for reference, so you guys know, these players have done pretty well in Platinum. So like they are serious contenders to get into the final 4 of the single elimination tournament. So they don't want to take risks. They're less willing to take risks. Some players, you know, they just play to have fun, you know. And I'm not saying these players are not having fun here. I hope that they are. That's kind of the goal. But what I'm saying is that these guys have more to lose from taking risks than, you know, if you were playing and you weren't doing well. Both of these guys have done well in the round robin so far. They've won most of their games. So Warrior doesn't want to take this fight here. Be interesting to see if anybody goes into demolition ships. It looks like Warrior is going to invest in 1 demolition ship over here. And he gets his 3rd dock up. Ivanenko's pumping out the fire galleys. And Warrior's going to be pumping out the fire galley and demo ship mix. We have similar economies here. 13 on wood, 14 on wood, 5 on gold, 6 on gold. So they're not really able to get a good advantage here. It's kind of a standstill. We've seen players build archery ranges and come over here with archers and disrupt the opponent's resource collection. And that could be a viable strategy, but they're throwing everything they can at winning water for now. Here comes the demolition ship. Ivanenko got to run. Doesn't want to get hit by that. Boom. That was a good demo hit, I think. They do have repair villagers forward. This is not a good fight for Ivanenko. Yeah, he's pulling back. So Ivanenko with 8 fire ships to Warrior 6. Another big demolition hit. And they're neck and neck. They're really close. 6 on 6 now. Warrior trying to get at this weak one, but he can't. I think Warrior's really profited from these demolition rafts. He just gets 2 more fires just like that. And Ivanenko might be in a little bit of trouble now. He's got a demolition ship of his own, and now he's fine. So if you're losing, you're just 1 demolition ship away from being tied. I think that's the moral of the story here on this map. Now, Ivanenko has left a small channel for him to sail fire ships back to the protection of his sea tower if needed. And again, they're pouring all of this into water over ultimately a 6 villager difference. You know, they both have 3 fishing ships, which I think is really funny. Warrior has apparently taken one of Ivanenko's water buffaloes, but he hasn't moved it back to his own town yet. He's got a house out here, and he's building another house. So are we going to see Warrior come up on this side and build a sneaky forward base? He's certainly building houses out here. There's a crocodile, but nah, so what? He's got loom, he can walk around it. So what is Ivanenko doing? Well, he's still making fire galleys. He's got to withdraw his fish, and it looks like the advantage is with Warrior for now. Okay, Ivanenko has a couple of demolition rafts. I think this is smart. He's waiting to use them. Oh no, that was bad though. 2 demolition rafts to kill a single fire ship. I was going to say, I think they auto-attacked. I don't think he planned for that to happen. But I think his plan was to use the 2 demolition rafts. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, the villager's got to run. I think his plan was to use the demolition rafts against a large group of Warriors' fire galleys if he gets too close. So Warriors' fishing ships are still working. Ivanenko has brought his fishing ships back. He's going to have them work on these box turtles, which is pretty funny. Imagine that you're fishing there, and you're catching box turtles with a net, and then a guy in a boat shows up and is like, "Hey, you need some help?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, sure, no problem." Alright, let's keep an eye on... Okay, Warrior still got his water buffalo here. What happened with this villager? He built a... I don't know what Warrior's doing over here. He built a palisade wall. I guess they're both just giving it their everything here. Ivanenko coming out to take some more deep fish. This fishing ship is working. Okay, this other one's going to be working. So he had a brief period where he didn't have much on water. Warrior has stopped making large numbers of ships, and he's going to click up to the Castle Age pretty soon. Although Ivanenko is actually already clicked. So they've got these big navies. And again, both players, 2 or 3 fishing ships. Okay, Warrior should be able to click now. Warrior has palisade walled this off, but I think that's a waste of wood. You know, against this number of fire ships, palisade is not going to do anything. Maybe if he had a stone wall, it would be effective, but palisade wall is not worth it. Unless he's going to build like multiple layers of palisade wall. To be fair though, this wall is in a very intelligent position. It's far enough forward to where you can get multiple layers behind it. And yeah, look at that, he's stonewalling. That's much better. So this palisade wall just buys him the time to stonewall in case he loses here on water, which is very smart. But there's no substitute for Byzantine stone walls, in my opinion. They're pretty epic. I'd be stonewalling across here, too. Why not? Just take the whole corner for yourself. Free boom. Warrior still has this idle villager here. I don't know what this villager is going to do. Maybe this is waiting for the Castle Age. Warrior's going to build a monastery or something like that over here. That could be fun. Okay, Warrior apparently burning one of Ivanenko's buildings and actually housing Ivanenko. He's got to rush up another house. I don't know where he... Oh, okay, he's building it here. So the house will go up here. And he's actually kind of trying to wall this side off. He does not want Warrior raiding him from this side, which I think is pretty smart. Warrior... I guess he's just keeping this water buffalo here, this 1 HP water buffalo, to keep an eye on it. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I can't stop talking about the water buffalo and Warrior's villager over here. These players are way too good for them to have an idle villager here just for so long. I don't know. Maybe he's just... Maybe he can have idle villagers for this long, but I think this villager has a purpose. And I want to know what that purpose is, and so I'm very curious about it. Alright, so Ivanenko has reached Castle Age first. Warrior bringing all of his ships back. Yeah, he doesn't want to be anywhere near this. But of course, Ivanenko is probably going to attack while he has the advantage. Yeah, he sees his opponents up to the Castle Age. Now is the time to make things happen. Oh, that was really fortunate for Warrior. His demolition raft blocked Ivanenko. Okay, so there are demolition rafts here. Warrior's getting the War Galley upgrade. And Ivanenko just kind of hanging out here. I think he's afraid of demolition ships. 2 demolition ships mutually annihilating each other. And Warrior has lots of demo ships up his sleeve. I think Ivanenko is going to be in for a very unpleasant surprise. Look at them all. Ouch. That hurt. He still has the numbers advantage, though, in fire ships. Okay, now they're about even. Now Warrior with the... Oh. Alright, thank you. Yes, thank you, Google Drive. Alright, so... You see demolition ships just crashing into each other and blowing up. And they're both mass-producing the ships here. all over three fishing ships. This time it's Warrior's turn not to take fish. They're both, let's see, still one town center. This wood line is looking pretty bad, but he's spending all of his wood on ships, so he hasn't had the chance to refresh it yet. Let's take a look at Warrior's economy. I think he's also one town center, although he seems to be adding another one. He has just what he needs. Did Ivanenko sell his stone? He must have. He sold his stone for gold, so yeah, there's no plan to go additional town centers. The plan is all in water, you guys, for Ivanenko. He's got demolition ships. And he's closing this off. He's closing it off so that warrior ships can't get into his town. Yeah, Ivanenko needs to invest in a better lumber camp, maybe over here. Would help him maintain ship production. Is he just going? I think he's just going pure demo at this point. Okay, he is building another dock. Warrior's on 4 docks, and Ivanenko only has 3. And he's going to repair this dock. He's buying wood and selling food. Okay, demolition ships are out. Boom. So 2 fires go down. He's got a good number of ships in this dock here. He's repairing his docks. There they come. So, I think that was a good run for them. Warrior getting Bowsaw, this will dramatically improve his... Not dramatically, but it will improve his wood collection capacity. His wood line is also looking pretty rough here. He's got 62 villagers to Ivanenko's 56. I think Ivanenko's fishing ships are dead. And I think Warrior's fishing ships... Okay, no, they're still alive. Warrior's added 2 more fishing ships. He had 4, he lost... No, he had 3. He pulled them back. They weren't working for a little while, and then he added 2 more. With that dock going down, Warrior should be able to just spill in here. And that'll be a big problem for Ivanenko. He needs to stonewall this off. Okay, he's building a gate, that's a good idea. And he's building another dock behind to help him defend. Just trying to hang on here, but the fireship Snowball is real. Of course, neither player wants the other player to pick up the relics. But Warrior has made no attempt of trying to get the relics so far. It could be an interesting idea to go guard towers and like build guard towers along here and deny your opponent's fish that way. It's not, I mean, it's still a lot of guard towers, but it's not as many as you might think. Oh no. Oh no. That villager let everybody in. And these fire ships, okay, he quick walls here. Oh, that is an amazing demo shot. Ivanenko just mass produced. Oh my goodness! Look at Warrior's military lead. He has created a demolition ship petting zoo here, and well, let's just say the little kids with the ice cream cones are winning. Oh my gosh, this is a disaster for Warrior. And Ivanenko could send demolition ships out here too and blow up these fish, and he totally should. Warrior's gonna have to be like mass producing. Yeah, he is. He's mass producing more fires. He's also gonna make another dock. He did blow up a ton of warriors' army. I just would have loved to see a demolition ship or two sneak out here and kill some fishing ships. Or maybe Ivanenko could build a sneak dock over here. I mean, these players are good. It's hard to sneak on a map size that small. But like a sneak dock over here and then have like 3 demolition ships show up and kill his fishing ships instantly. Warrior is on his way up to the Imperial Age. Ivanenko is nowhere close. Warrior got the better end of the fights, I think. Okay, he did finally refresh his lumber camp. That's good. He's going to build a mining camp here. I like this mining camp. I mean, look at it. You get the stone, you get both golds. It's a good mining camp. More demolition ships. So now I think what Warrior does is you actually wall this off. You could build your own gate here and prevent the opponent from getting in here and killing your fishing ships. So this is 13 fishing ships. Okay, so yeah, so Ivanenko needs to just avoid these fire ships, and I would, well, alright, whatever. I would be going after the fish, but he does get 2 fire ship kills in this way. So Imperial Age is only a minute out for Warrior. Ivanenko will be in big trouble. Alright, what do we got over here, actually? Alright, Ivanenko coming out here to build an outpost and see what Warrior's up to. But Warrior answers with villager shanking. Did Ivanenko see that town center, out of curiosity? Yeah, so he sees it. And what is this? Oh, we have a castle drop from Warrior on Ivanenko here. I don't think Ivanenko can stop this. He's just trying to wall it out, I guess. Building a defensive barracks. But now Warrior is in the Imperial Age. Ivanenko's going to finish this gate. I don't know if this gate blocks. I think it does. Alright, and this lady's like, oh yeah, you know, now that I finished that gate, I can run into the enemy castle and finish the gate next to that, too. And Ivanenko's just like, well, alright, I'm already here, I might as well finish this. So it's 111 villagers to 78. Ivanenko does have 3 town centers. But Warrior has 4. And Warrior has this super annoying castle here, and he's going to make trebuchets from it. And I think Warrior ultimately wants to go into Arbalest to deal large amounts of damage at range. So Warrior kind of making his move, so to speak. He's got a lot of town centers, but no farms. Because he has all of these fishing ships instead. Okay, this town center is under siege. A couple more demolition shots. And the ranges. Warrior is building... Oh no, Warrior's going hand cannons instead. He must have changed his mind. Instead of going crossbows, he's going to go hand cannons. I mean, he did get chemistry pretty early, so maybe the plan was always hand cannons, but he also got the crossbowman upgrade. So that's why I assumed he would be going Arbalister. Ivanenko wants to outboom this aggression, but now that the hand cannons are here, it could be pretty rough. He has no military, but to be fair, Warrior only has 9 military. It's 90 to 130 villagers. He cannot deny this castle. The good news for Ivanenko is that this castle does not deny any of his resources, really, except maybe this farm. This farm and this small patch of reeds. This is more about map control and positioning this castle. It divides some of Ivanenko's economy. He's got to constantly be microing around to avoid these hand cannons. He might garrison this town center and kill some, though. Alright, Ivanenko is on his way up to the Imperial Age, and he's researching it at this town center, which is smart. Okay, yeah, hand cannon goes down. There's not much that Ivanenko can do with this town center. There are 22 villagers here, and they're probably going to die as soon as this trebuchet rolls forward and destroys this town center. The villagers will have no safety from the hand cannons. So Ivanenko needs to keep them alive and working as long as possible. But Warrior is doing his best to be annoying and position the hand cannons in a location where the villagers can't work. I don't know, maybe Ivanenko just runs all these villagers? No, he's going to repair. Okay. I was thinking maybe if he ran them, he might be able to save some of the villagers. He's making monks and skirmishers. And he's adding a university. Villagers trying to keep this town center up. Town center's still making villagers, which I don't really understand. Because these villagers are not going to be safe. Okay, the villagers are fleeing now. The hand cannons are picking off some villagers. They're fleeing the men with the boomsticks. Can Ivanenko save any of them? I think he can, actually. He's got some military here. But I don't think he'll save many of them. I think he'll save 6 of them. Oh, well. That just went down significantly. Warrior trapping the villagers. He does not want them getting away. Oh! But Ivanenko has converted the cataphracts. That's a good win, actually. So I think he's going to save about 6, actually, of these villagers. The villagers are working on this gate. Villagers get bonus damage against anything that is made out of stone. Ivanenko with 78 villagers. These guys are trying very hard. I know a lot of you feel like Ivanenko might be just drawing the game out, but this is free information. This is being able to learn how your opponent closes out a game. I don't think Ivanenko expects to win here, but it is possible that his opponent could make a mistake. And it's also possible that he could get information from this game that would tell him something about how Warrior could play in the next game. And then finally, Ivanenko might just be playing on to get Warrior as tired as possible before the next match. Sometimes there are really try-hard players that are just like, you know what, I can't win here, but I'm just going to play as much as possible to just tire you out before the next game. We've seen that happen too. Hey, Cookie Pirate, welcome. And that's fine. It's not really my place or your place or anybody's place to tell an opponent in general when to resign. It is their choice. You're already getting the points, you're already getting the glory, you're already getting the money, potentially. So, why add insult to injury? That's what I say. Let them choose to go out on their own terms. Be a gracious winner. And Warrior is being a gracious winner. He's very slowly and methodically pushing against Ivanenko. He's built on this other flank over here. He wants to pressure there, so Ivanenko has to send some cheap Byzantine skirmishers to deal with it. And when I say cheap, I don't mean lousy. I just mean, like, inexpensive, but same quality, assuming you get all of your upgrades. Block printing coming in for Ivanenko. He's making good decisions. I think that Warrior just outproduced him over here on the water. But block printing will help Ivanenko's monks convert the bombard cannons. That's why he's getting it. So, I believe he probably has redemption already. Alright, Ivanenko gonna go and repair this castle. This castle being up is very important to him. It is helping to prevent the enemy from advancing. I wonder if we're gonna see these skirmishers dance. Okay, he's getting sanctity for the monks. He has not sent the monks forward to convert anything. So I'm not I hope, for his sake, that he has redemption. It looks like the bombard cannon's got a very juicy hit against the skirmishers, because there's a pile of dead skirmisher bodies here. Okay, the trebuchets are sniping the bombard cannons in arena clown fashion. Ivanenko's gonna come and repair this trebuchet. And he's still got his monks here. But I think the big thing is the monks don't have redemption, but they could still convert these cataphracts. And cataphracts actually have less armor, pierce armor, than traditional cavalry. So they're actually somewhat more vulnerable to skirmishers. The hand cannons are coming in before the monks. The old men get gunned down. I don't know if Ivanenko got any hand cannon or any conversions on anything, hand cannon or cataphract. The castle's down and Ivanenko's military is down, and he calls the GG. So it was a good game. I think Warrior just had a little bit better play in the center, and I think he was on more docks for a while, a little bit cleaner of an economy, and it came out in the end. They did a mirror strategy, and I think Warrior just did it a little bit better. So for that, he gets the first W. So now we'll move on to the next game. I think that was a pretty entertaining game. Even though it was a mirror matchup. I never like to see mirror matchups. I prefer matchups with different civilizations because you can talk about the different things that somebody's going to do, and you can like go into options that you think would be hard for that civilization to deal with. But when you're playing the same civilizations, it can be tricky. You know, you do something and your opponent can just do the same thing. Okay, so now I wish, Haro, welcome. Yeah, maybe I should make a tournament where everybody has to pick Byzantines every single time. Just a complete Byzantines tournament. I worry that I wouldn't get that many players, though. Welcome, Haro. No, they just wanted Byzantines on that map. People feel that it seems like the meta is Byzantines on the map. It's hard to say exactly what the meta is, but in terms of what people have been doing, it's been quick feudal as Byzantines, mass-producing fire ships, snowballing the water, and then winning. That seems to be the strategy. Yeah, and Jasuni loves Portuguese on that map. So in this case, though, we have a Japanese mirror matchup. We got Ivanenko scouting out. He's taken one of his boars, and he's confirmed that the other boar is back. And he's sending a hunting villager forward. Wait, what? What is this? Oh, no, okay. This is not a hunter. This is just, he took it off of the meat. People like playing Byzantines on Whirlpool Lake, says Jasuni. I don't think that they're necessarily the best pick, but they're an easy and strong pick. Okay, Warrior. Laming is easy on this map because there are no wolves. The player starting locations are predictable and close together. Okay, so Ivanenko bringing his geese in. We are going to probably reskin this map for Alchemy League Season 2. We're going to try to make it look more comedy. Not like comedy as in funny, but comedy as in comet-like. We're going to have like dirt, not like dirt, but like rock and gravel and snow instead of dirt. And we're going to have columnar forests on the column, or on the comet as well. Columnar forests are, of course, forests that consist of statue column instead of tree objects. It's actually technically a tree that's been made to look like a statue, so you can chop the statues instead. I sure hope the players don't rebel against that. It's always so annoying when a player hates a way that you did something. Oh no. Oh no. Oh! Oh, he almost blocked it. He sent his scout to intercept too. Warrior getting that villager pick off. Ouch. That is unfortunate for Ivanenko. He's chasing Warrior scout back, but the town center arrow fire deters him. And now he's got to run. And Ivanenko is going to finish building this house. That's very unfortunate. But it happens. He's going to build another house there. So, Ivanenko with a very forward lumber camp. I'm not really sure... Yeah, I mean, he knows where his wood lines are. I'm not sure why he didn't just build the lumber camp over here. He's going to bring that back and have the villagers help the scout fight. Scout goes back. I don't know that Warrior knows where the town center is, but he could probably guess. Yeah, I mean, on this one, the town center location is predictable. I mean, I guess it would be predictable regardless of whether or not you biased them left or right. Because you're going to know based on where your town center is, because you have symmetry to adhere to. You can't have Red's town center closer to these trailing fragments of the comet, for instance, than Blue, because that would be unfair. So Warrior appears to be 2 villagers ahead. He got 1 kill and Ivanenko got 1 death. Trying to explain the difference here. Could just be the synchronization. Warrior going for Loom, and then he's probably going to click up afterwards. 24 pop, Japanese. Fast castle, maybe. I've seen no barracks. He's not on wood. He needs to force drop off. Okay, here's the barracks now. He can click up, and he's going to get this barracks up quickly. And he really wants this barracks up as soon as possible, which is telling me that he wants to begin building militia in this barracks as soon as possible. And he's sending 3 over to this mining camp. He's going to put 3 on gold, so I think that this is man-at-arms. He's going to make militia, and yep, he's going to go for man-at-arms. Man-at-arms into archers, it looks like, is Warrior's plan. I don't know what Ivanenko's plan is. Let's take a look and see. He is also building a barracks, but his barracks is going to be up significantly later than Warrior's. Oh. He's trying to trap Warrior Scout in there with him, but Warrior is paying attention. Ivanenko laming some geese from Warrior as well, so he is sending these puppies over to the left where Warrior can't find them. He wants Warrior Scout dead. He does not want Warrior Scout helping the man-at-arms rush. Alright, so we've got 1 militia, 2 villagers. I'm wondering if Warrior is going to start building towers. I think Ivanenko's feeling very unsettled about how aggressive Warrior is being over this area, and so he has just walled this off completely. Even though it's separate from his barracks, he's going to wall this off with houses. He does not want Warrior coming in here. Warrior building an unfortunate archery range. You guys, I know that there's going to be like 3 archers that get stuck in here, because that's how the game works. And yes, Warrior is indeed tower rushing Ivanenko, and the man-at-arms upgrade is nearly in. So this house is gonna go down. Ivanenko cannot contest this area, I don't think. This is too much. He has another gold back here. He should take it. He should also relocate his lumber camp, but that would be a lot of damage. But for Japanese, it's less damage. He somehow gets this tower up. Alright, and Warrior's going to garrison his tower. He's added another man-at-arms. And if I were Ivanenko, actually, wait for Warrior to try to come around the outside, delete the house, and then charge the base of this town center with villagers. That's what he needs to do. He's smartly not walled this off to his town center, so the man-at-arms shouldn't be able to get in this way, but he does definitely want to get this tower down. Because this tower is denying this gold right now. Yeah, so he garrisons in the town center. Man-at-arms cannot get in. So guys, I will be casting the first of the single elimination tournament tonight. In about 8 hours, maybe a little bit less. We're going to do Ronald Rage versus Alexander. It's from the Cuprum division of Alchemy League. So if you guys are looking for a good show, that's a place to tune in. In between then, I'll have some map work to do. I really wish that Ivanenko would brush this tower down, get his gold back. Where are the man-at-arms? Alright, they're over here. So Ivanenko's kind of built a nice little community here. There's an archer here on Ivanenko's wood line. If Ivanenko could destroy this tower, he could take this wood under the protection of his own tower, as well as his gold, and he wouldn't have to worry about these archers over here so much. Man-at-arms busting in, but Ivanenko getting some good shots. This man-at-arms only has 3 HP left. He's going to look for a low-health villager to try to pick off. These are Japanese man-at-arms. They attack faster, so they're no joke. But so far he's just standing there. He's just content to just hang out, just watch these villagers take wood. Alright, he does eventually go down. Ivanenko shoots him with the tower. Hops out, repairs his tower, and then hops back in. But Ivanenko totally has a ton of villagers here. Just rush the tower. Delete the house, rush the tower. Alright, what's Warrior doing at home? He's adding a second range. So Warrior's going to double down on these archers. He's got 7 on gold, which is enough. He has, of course he has fletching. Ivanenko just doing the survival mode, I think. I mean, he built an archery range, but I haven't seen... Oh, Ivanenko's taking gold out here. Alright, that's kind of sneaky of him. He probably feels more comfortable with it, since Warrior's man-at-arms are dead. Although Warrior could theoretically find this with his archers, if he had any. Warrior has 6 archers somewhere, and in true Age of Empires fashion, we have 1 archer stuck here. There are 3 in this archery range, and there are 2 more somewhere else. Here they are. He put them in the tower. Alright, Warrior eventually giving up on this tower. Ivanenko is going to overpower him in this location. Ivanenko building a stone gate. Remember, guys, that Ivanenko selected this map, so in theory he has a plan. But they both picked the same civs, so maybe Warrior's plan is the same as Ivanenko's plan. Ivanenko now coming back with archers. He's pressuring Warrior's villagers. Warrior's gotten the wall up here, and Ivanenko has to go around. Now, I didn't see anybody say that they wanted that final, so I'll cast it. I kind of have to cast it, given my relationship with Ronald Rage. He is too well known to us. So we have an army of some skirmishers and 2 archers coming through here, trying not to die. It looks like there is a stable... Oh, there's a stable here, and Warrior is making scouts. In juicy 45 fashion. Japanese scouts. Warrior is getting close to clicking up to the Castle Age, and that's what he's going to do. He's just building some scouts with his extra food, it seems. There is a fire ship here from Ivanenko. Both players have been sort of content to just peacefully fish out here. They dock the edge of the Comet, and Ivanenko looking for some fishing ships but doesn't find any. Actually, this could be huge. Yeah, Ivanenko doesn't know about Warrior's dock. Is he going to go look? Is he going to assume that Warrior... And did Warrior actually delete something here? I think he did. I think Warrior deleted this house so that Ivanenko would not see that he had built out here. All that Ivanenko has to do is assume that his opponent would build a dock in the same location and check there. But he hasn't checked yet. He doesn't know. This could be like 5 dead. Okay, and it buys in the time. Warrior gets a fire galley of his own out. And as soon as Ivanenko finds it, he'll know that Warrior has a dock. Yep. So they fight. I don't know if Ivanenko knows, because I think that the fire galley was just set to patrol. A villager's going to repair it, and that's kind of very unfortunate for Ivanenko, because there was a period of time in which he could have gotten like 2 or 3 fishing ship kills. Ivanenko is about to click up, though. He's getting close to the resources. Warrior is in the back of his base, and he'll be Feudal Age, or Castle Age, in just a few seconds here. Ivanenko has clicked up. Ivanenko, I think, has a little bit bigger of an army than Warrior, at least here. Warrior has more of a hodgepodge. He's got a mixture of things. He's got archers, he's got scouts, and Ivanenko just ranged units. A mixture of archers and skirmishers. Siege Workshop coming up for Warrior. No, it's denied. The archers deny it. Scouts are running in to try to give the villagers some more time. Ivanenko does not want the Siege Workshop going up, but he needs to finish off the scouts first. Alright, the Siege Workshop has gone up. And these are crossbows now, so it's time for Ivanenko to get out of here. And wait for his own Castle Age upgrades. So Ivanenko going to retreat. He has only a couple villagers on the berries. But this area over here is vulnerable. If Warrior finds his way over here, he could do some damage to Ivanenko before Ivanenko hits Castle Age. It's only a few more seconds though. I don't know that Warrior knows of Ivanenko's resource collection. No, he doesn't know. So he does not know that Ivanenko is taking the stone, and he doesn't even know that there's a gold out here. Ivanenko building a tower for good measure. This tower is smart. It's a little late, but it's smart. And a bunch of villagers go down. That's very unfortunate for Ivanenko. This might be the game-winning move here for Warrior. Ivanenko building a siege workshop. Good idea. Siege workshop is a good way to deal with a big archer mass that could be hard to get at. And he's making a mangonel. These archers are going to camp the base of the tower. The villagers inside can't really do anything for now. And we're actually tied up for villagers, 37 to 37. But a large number of Ivanenko's villagers are idle. We have archers now trying to come around this other way, but unfortunately for Warrior, Ivanenko has stonewalled this off, which is pretty smart. Yeah, I guess he finds the stonewall now that he's walked over here with some crossbows. This isn't good, but the archers are attacking the tower instead, so I guess it's fine. Alright, Warrior notices and he comes in for some more villager kills. Ivanenko has to get out of here. Mangonel is wheeling forward. And these archers are about to die. They can't go anywhere. If they leave the base of the tower, the minimum range, they'll get shot at by the tower, and if they stay there, they'll get flattened by the mangonel. So there's not really much he could do with that, but he got the value out of these archers. They killed a bunch of villagers. It was 100% worth it. I think Ivanenko wants a castle, you guys. Look at all these villagers he's got on stone. He's got 19 villagers on stone, it looks like. Okay, Mangonel rolling forward to deal with this. And there are Mangonels from Warrior pressuring Ivanenko's town center on this side. I think this Mangonel would be better spent over here. Ivanenko needs to repair his town center. He's got a demolition raft. He's got an outpost to help give him more warning of when Mangonels are here. Oh, Ivanenko, pay attention. Alright, he is paying attention. Okay, this is a trading Mangonel here. And he's trying to micro all these Mangonels. But Warrior just doing it a little bit better, I think. And he loses both of these Mangonels for free. Trying to keep his town center up, but Warrior's going to flatten that. Yeah, I think this is over for Ivanenko. But he put in a valiant effort. Warrior's villagers here on the stone just getting so much, or not villagers, crossbows on the stone, just getting so much damage in. Just hurting so much. Because not only were they killing villagers, they were preventing villagers from working and collecting stone. Who knows, Ivanenko could have had a castle here. To help protect his town center. Warrior with another win, and then we'll go on to the final match, which is played on Wasteland. Wasteland is the only land map in the pool. This map has 0 water on it, and that's what I like about it. So Ivanenko is playing as the blue Hindustanis, and Warrior is playing as the red Mongols. So this is a map that is dominated by mobility. I think camels are very important on this map. And I think, honestly, I think the winner of this, whoever wins here is whoever has better mobility. I mean, sometimes the players start close together, and you can do like a man-at-arms towers push. And we have seen games like that. But not that many. Usually the players like their scouts. The meta seems to be some kind of lightning scouts build. You try to get in and do a little damage, and then somebody goes castle age. Okay, Warrior using the camel to slow the elephant down, I think. He's out here exploring. Let's take a look and see what information he has access to. He's going to find his sheep now. Okay, there we go. And Ivanenko... So in this map, you start with an extra elephant. Or, I guess you start with a rhinoceros in addition. The point is that there are 3 of these big, angry animals. these lureable animals that they're called, and they will fight back if they are attacked. So don't mess with them. But if you do want to mess with them, know that you can set a trap for them and bring them all that food right underneath your town center. Yeah, there we go. 3 boars instead of 2. They are a boar class animal. Yes. Boar class object, I should say. So it's extra food, and it makes up for the fact that there are no deer. No deer. So laming, I think, is less effective on this map because you generally start further away and because you're only taking 1 out of 3 boars instead of 1 out of 2 boars. And they have a little bit more food. So overall, I think you're ahead on the hunted meat question. And that could be a reason for Warrior picking the Mongols, is because he'll be able to take a larger portion of his food faster. So both the players with very clean builds so far. Ivanenko angering this boar and then luring it into his town center. There we go. Got it in nice and safe, and he's keeping an eye on this other boar. He does not want Warrior stealing his boar, which is pretty funny. He's kind of paranoid about Warrior doing that. And you start with this Bactrian camel. I do not believe the Bactrian camel... Actually, it might take up population space. You start with a hut as well, just to help you avoid getting housed. Bactrian camel, so they both have a... Let's take a look at Warrior's exploration here. He has not actually found Ivanenko, but seeing this gold here will give him a good idea of where Ivanenko is. And so he's going to come in along. He's going to find Ivanenko's wood line, I think. Oh no, he doesn't find it. That's unfortunate. 500 food for Warrior. He'll probably be clicking up right now as soon as this villager comes out. And yep. So this is a 20 pop scouts. It looks like 17 villagers. Actually, no, 18 pop. I need to read the top number. Oops. Okay, so yes, 2 military units, and the Bactrian camel does not take up a population space. So he's doing an 18 pop scouts build, which is pretty impressive. The camel doesn't. You can tell by summing the villager plus... Yep, just did it, Jasuni. Just did it. Alright, let's see what Ivanenko knows. Ivanenko has not found Warrior yet. So Warrior doing a lightning scouts build. Ivanenko doing a 19 pop scouts build. It looks like a little bit slower than the Mongols, but they don't get the hunting bonus that the Mongols do. Both players need to build a barracks pretty soon, I think. Warrior has not built a barracks yet. He needs to, like, rush that barracks up. Because if he doesn't have his barracks, he's not going to be able to build his stable. Wait a second. Yeah, he needs to cancel this house foundation and build the barracks. Yep, there it is. Okay. So, he's going to be a little bit late getting the stable up, I think. But he really wants to go for a Lightning Scouts build. I think Lightning Scouts could work well here, and the map is more wallable. The wood lines are bigger, but you can generally go faster scouts. So I think it kind of comes out as a wash. Alright, Ivanenko building his barracks. He's about to be up to the feudal age. His economy is going to be slightly better because he advanced later. And he is going to make... He's going to get double bit axe, and he should be able to make that stable right now. Yep. And Warrior might want to come in here and stop this, but Ivanenko has loom, so he can't. There are 2 villagers, so his scout is just going to hang around. Okay, so the barracks is up, and the stable is right here for Warrior. And he's going to start sending scouts over and congregating. Probably what we will see happen is Warrior will, like, camp his scout in the back or something to prevent Ivanenko from walling off. And then when he's ready to run in and kill lumberjacks, he will. Uh-oh. Oh, dang, that's unfortunate for Warrior. Spearman getting a free whack, doing so much damage to the scout. You can see that Ivanenko has kind of started to partially wall things off, but he's still... Yeah, he's doing it here, but he hasn't walled to the back yet. Warrior has a scout out. He's got a spearman. And I think Warrior will be the aggressor. He needs to make things happen. He went up on fewer villagers. So He's getting horse collar now so that he can build a large, sprawling farming economy. And Ivanenko wants to wall this off here. He's got a couple of scouts defending, and he also wants to wall this off here. So the window is rapidly closing for Warrior to deal damage with his scouts against Ivanenko. Okay, Ivanenko does not fight this. Even though he potentially could, this one scout is weak. But once the spearman comes up, I think he will not be able to fight it. And Warrior attacking this villager, and Ivanenko, I think, is just going to have to fight this. Villagers are retreating. Is this villager going to go down? Is Warrior going to get the damage in that he wanted? No, not quite. Ivanenko apparently quick-walled this. And this lady is safe, chopping behind that quick wall. This is not walled up. So Warrior he got a little bit of damage in. He delayed this wall off, and he forced Ivanenko back, but he did not get a villager kill. Warrior's housed. And Ivanenko, he's going to make another scout cavalry, it looks like. He wants to finish this wall off here so that Warrior can't hurt him anymore. We have a couple of spearmen here fighting. Okay, blue spearman comes in. Warrior needs to avoid Ivanenko's spearmen. There's the villagers. A villager, I should say. Fight. Will this villager go down? Oh no, the villager is saved. So Warrior loses his military and fails to kill the villager. I think he accidentally attacked the spearman instead. So the advantage goes to Ivanenko so far. Warrior attacked him with a fast scouts build and almost killed a villager. There was the one that ran back to the town center. I think it was this one. And then there was this guy here, but ultimately did not succeed in killing a villager. And spent his military on it. Now, to be fair to Warrior, I think he did kill a lot of Ivanenko's stuff or injure it. But he did not get the advantage that he wanted from the game. So Warrior has to retreat. Okay, so Ivanenko gonna counterattack, maybe? He's lost... Warrior has won the previous 2 games. So, Ivanenko might be kind of cautious to push out against Warrior. He might be like, whoa, I can't believe this, you know? I am on the offensive for a change. Feels nice being on the offensive. You don't have to worry about being attacked all the time. Don't have to worry about, you know, you can think about how you're going to win instead of, oh, you know, how am I going to avoid dying here? Now, unfortunately for Ivanenko, this is going to be walled off. He's not going to be able to get in this way. He sees that. Warrior is building a market. He's close to clicking up. Ivanenko actually has clicked up. So Warrior needs just a little bit more food. Actually, no, he needs gold now. He sold some food and wood, it looks like. And he's going to click up here really soon. He's just going to... I would actually force drop this. Nope, he got it. Alright, so this is the stretch that he needs to wall off. He's got safe stone. That's an important thing. He can take the stone and he could go into Mangadai. And I think Mangadai are going to be pretty important for him. He will need them to counter his opponent's camels. I know. Normally you make pikemen to do that kind of thing, but pikemen are pretty slow. I don't think pikemen will work very well to counter camels in this situation. Warrior's got his camel here, watching guard. Ivanenko has apparently added the stable. He's getting bloodlines from it, and he's getting armor. So this would seem to suggest that Ivanenko wants to do some kind of big, at least 2 stable camel investment in map control. And what is Warrior? Warrior has not added another stable, so... But Warrior is more heavily on gold. So I'm not sure. Maybe they're both going to mirror camels. It's probably the most likely situation, although we have not seen another stable. We do have a market here. So, wait. Are these ranges? Is this going to be cavalry archers? Oh. Alright, well, here it is. The plan is revealed. To us, anyway. We can see it. Ivanenko doesn't know yet. But Warrior wants to go Cavalry Archers to deal with the camels. Now, I think there's something about Hindustani camels having more Pierce armor, maybe? In Castle Age, but less in Imperial Age, or something silly like that. Jasuni knows everything. He could probably comment on it. He always seems to know when I have questions like this. Okay, Monastery. Warrior has deleted a wall segment here, so this is telling me that he's going to set the gather point out here and try to pick up some relics. Yeah, what do you guys think? Oh, that's it? They only attack faster. I thought they had some weird armor thing for Hindustanis. So this is monk defense here. This is him to make a monk so that he can drive these camels away until he has sufficient cavalry archer mass. Because we actually have seen players lose on this map going cavalry archers because they had to keep on taking fights against camels that they weren't ready to take. They didn't have sufficient mass. In low numbers, camels are very effective. Suni says, I sometimes look things up as a reminder. Gunpowder units get extra armor. I thought they got extra range, Jasuni. I think you're messing with me. Alright, we are going to have an overchop over here pretty soon, I think. So, a warrior needs to be careful. He could use the cavalry archers, he reveals them. That's the important thing. Ivanenko knows that warrior is going cavalry archers. I think he saw this. Because he stopped attacking over here. Maybe he wanted to attack somewhere else. Okay, so warrior got a camel conversion. Okay, he's going to add a town center here. Ugh, ugly town center, but you got to do what you got to do. But I still would have built it at least one tile to the left so you could fit farms in here. Ivanenko going to get another armor. This will help his camels survive against the cavalry archers. I mean, we know that he only has the first armor, and he's only got +1 armor, so they're not getting armor upgrades anymore, even if they used to. Warrior going to build up the cavalry archer mass. I want to know what you guys think. Is it a good idea to go cavalry archers instead of Mangadai? Or would you guys like to have seen like an instant second town center here at Mangadai and then like 1 or 2 monastery monk defense? I mean, this is probably the better play because it's what Warrior is doing. And Warrior is a much better player than I am. But still, like, why would you make Mangadai, or why would you make cavalry archers if you get Mangadai eventually? It's true, Mangadai are harder to get into. It's more time consuming. But, oh, once you get there, they just deal so much damage. Or at least, so I'm told. I actually don't like Mangadai, or cavalry archers in general. But people who like them swear by how awesome Mangadai are. Maybe when we're casting Ronald Rage versus Alexander tonight, we'll see lots of Mangadai, because Ronald loves Mongols, and he loves Mangadai. Alright, warrior positioning here. Ivanenko has kind of a dangerous number of camels. This is a lot of camels. This number of camels could take a fight against these cavalry archers if warrior were not careful. So he probably does not want to fight that. Warrior getting wheelbarrow. He's on 3 town centers now. Ivanenko is on 2. Maybe warrior's plan is to goad Ivanenko into overcommitting to Castle Age camel defense. Oh, this is an opportunity for warrior though. Look at all these villagers coming out. But the cavalry archers are getting swarmed by these camels. Oh no. Yeah, he needs to get out of there. This is nowhere. I mean, maybe if these camels were just a few seconds later, he could have picked off a few archers building a town center. Or villagers building a town center. I don't know why I said archers. But the timing is just not there for him. Alright, monks are trying to convert some camels, but Ivanenko is paying attention and he runs away. Jasuni's opinion is that Mangadai having a bonus against siege means that it's more advantageous to make them against siege. So if you don't see siege, then cavalry archers are good enough. Yeah, alright. He thinks Hindustanis are stronger civ long term, so warriors should try to win fast. I agree. I think Hindustanis are better here long term. Could you imagine Imperial Camel just running around wreaking havoc on everything? Sure. Maybe you play a Civ that gets Halb, but the Halb are never going to be in the right place at the right time. Camels are too fast. It could be fun to see Warrior do like a castle drop, but he'd need map control, and he doesn't have it right now. Maybe he needs like 6 more monks, and he could probably make something happen with 6 more monks and this massive units. But he doesn't have it. But still, like a castle drop, denying this gold and a large portion of this wood line would be pretty annoying. Especially because Ivanenko is not taking this gold. So, it could be actually really fun to see strategic play for this resource. Okay, Warrior healing up his cavalry archers, that's pretty handy. He's got a camel out here scouting. Yes, he confirms that the town center has gone up. Ivanenko's camels are following him. Okay, he's getting Thumb Ring and the armor upgrade. Castle Age armor. Thumb Ring is going to be really helpful. It improves the fire rate of cavalry archers, especially. But Ivanenko sneakily has another group of camels here. And he could maybe get a pincer movement in if Warrior is not careful. Warrior leaving the old men to die and retreating with the CA. He's doubling down. No. He's building another barracks, and he's building an archery range, and he's going to go into pikes. I think pikes could be smart. But again, he needs to win fast. He's got 4 on stone, so he is eventually going to go over for a castle, I think. I would love to see a castle drop with like a group of 20 pikemen and these cavalry archers helping it. But we may not get there. Warrior 75 villagers to Ivanenko's 84, so he needs to do damage. What on earth is this? What is this? Alright. Maybe he's gonna build this wall segment here and then delete this house and then delete the wall here so that he can go in and out this way. I don't understand the gate. Alright, he's getting the attack upgrade for these pikemen. These pikemen have the first armor. He's going to be making more and more pikemen. He's got 3 barracks. He's got 3 archery ranges. So he's going to be making lots of army here. His army size is similar, maybe a little bit larger, to Ivanenko's. And in theory, Ivanenko's army counters Warrior's army. But Warrior will not allow the fight to happen without micro. And he's building his pikeman numbers. So I would say that Ivanenko has a slight villager lead. 7 villagers over Warrior. And Warrior has 6 military over Ivanenko. So they're neck and neck here. I think this is a pretty good game. Look at all of these upgrades that Ivanenko is getting. Doesn't want to fight these. So will we see a castle drop, or do you guys think that Warrior will build his castle defensively, use it to secure like a wood line or something? I would like to see a drop, but I don't think it will happen. I think it will be a defensive castle. Okay, pikemen are forward. Cavalry archers are going to flee. The pikemen are going to take, I guess, a fight against these camels and just deal as much damage as they can. It's hard to say who came out on top. I mean, I guess if you're looking at it from Gold Lost, the Warrior came out on top. Or this is a great castle for Ivanenko. This is where I would have built the castle if I were Warrior and I had the stone and the villagers forward to do it. So Ivanenko lost less gold in this engagement, but probably more units. Warrior's not that far behind. He's 10 villagers behind, and he has a 25 military lead, which is significant at this point in the game. Ivanenko getting the final armor upgrade, and once that happens, these camels are going to become infinitely more effective against cavalry archers. Warrior coming in here for a raid. He does get a couple villagers. Ivanenko could come on this gold. He has gone on that gold, so he doesn't need this gold urgently, but it is still disruptive for him to be taken off of it. How are we doing on relics here? Ivanenko coming over here to pick up... Okay, he's going to come and get this one. Warrior has 2 relics. Ivanenko does not seem to have any relics. Yeah, he does not have any relics or any relic gold. This is Warrior's relic gold here. Warrior's added another town center on this gold. This is the best place to build it. Can't build it up here because of the hills. He's taking this stone. He built his castle defensively, you guys, just FYI. So, and he used it to kind of protect this wood line. Just what I thought he would do. I don't know if Warrior is going to upgrade these cavalry archers. He might just go into Mangarai. He hasn't made any at his castle yet. He got an attack upgrade. He's building this town center. So Ivanenko wants to use this Imperial Age advantage. He's attacking this town center. I think what you do if you're Warrior is you just stonewall and you just defend. You do not want these camels running in here. These camels are tough now. They're heavy camels, and they have the final armor. They're not Imperial camels, but they will be in a minute. Mongols do not get halberdier. So that can be pretty rough for dealing with Imperial camel. He's going to need to be on point. You know, if you're a little bit behind, and you've got Imperial camel running through your base, Halbs will do fine if they're slightly outnumbered, right? But if you have Imperial camel outnumbering your pikemen, you're going to be in big trouble. You're not going to be able to make pikemen fast enough. The Imperial camels will kill them. You know, at least with Halb, you can be at a disadvantage and still win that fight. But pikemen do not hard counter camels enough, especially Imperial camels. 95 villagers for Warrior to 125 for Ivanenko. 58 military for Warrior versus Ivanenko. This is what's keeping Warrior in the game. Is his military is competitive, if not slightly better in number than Ivanenko's. So, in order to be able to take a fight, and he either needs to have a big advantage, like Ivanenko needs to make a mistake, and he needs to win with little losses, or he needs to get his economy up to where if he lost all this, he'd be able to rebuild it. Because right now it doesn't look that way. Oh! Ivanenko wants to castle drop Warrior's town center on the gold here. Warrior's gonna garrison this town center, and then he'll have to come and... Actually, where is Warrior's other gold? I think that is Warrior's gold, actually. He has a little bit of gold right here, but he can't really do anything else. He's taking stone here. And this is a nasty castle drop right here. I don't think Warrior was prepared for this. I think this area actually would have been more important for Warrior to defend. This castle will go up. Even though I think Warrior's army could have prevented this from happening, it wasn't in the right place at the right time. So, what are Warrior's gold options? Let's take a look and see what Warrior knows. Warrior knows about this gold. He does not know that there's a light cav on it, but he knows that the gold is there. So most likely we will see Warrior come out here to take gold, and probably send some pikemen to defend it. But we'll see. Warrior cannot afford to be off of gold for long, I think. Although pikemen do not cost gold, he needs to have some gold unit to help him survive this assault. Now he's behind in military and he's behind in villager count. Not sure where his military went. There must have been a fight. He's got a bunch of CA here. Hand Cannon and Imperial Camel Rider, both a double gold composition. Ivanenko has 3 relics now, so he'll catch up to Warrior in relic gold eventually. Warrior repairing this town center, or this castle. He wants to keep it alive. He needs his trebuchets, but the castle goes down. Ivanenko's game right now, yeah, I think I agree. Ivanenko has definitely had... Warrior's best gold option is to preserve his CA. Yep, that's pretty much what he has to do. He needs to keep the CA alive because he cannot replace them. He can replace the pikemen, but not the CA. Let's look at the kill to death. It's similar. Ivanenko has a slight advantage here. He's winning, though. He's got the map control. Warrior coming out here to chop this wood. But this is devastating right here, I think. I think you always need gold. You always need gold. Warrior could use more CA. He certainly got plenty of upgrades for it. Help him tear through camels and hand cannons. More pikes are always helpful. Warrior going to come out here and build another town center. He's going to take wood around the edges of the map. We specifically added this, I think. This map was made by BP Dredge, and we chatted, and we were like, one of the things that came up was, in Desert Void, if you get, if you lose access to your wood at home, then it can be hard to take wood later, and it can be very game-ending. So we wanted to add a layer of wood around the outside, just to give people something to take in case they lost control of the middle. These trebuchets have gone down. Warrior is microing his CA fiercely. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, Warrior wanted to come here to take this gold, but Ivanenko had the scout and he knew about it, so he's going to deny this. Warrior would have to commit units over here to be able to secure this area, but he withdraws. Does Warrior know about this stone? I think he does. Yeah, he knows about it. He just isn't taking it yet. The Imperial camels are massacring the villagers. "34 heavy cavalry archers, 37 military overall." Ivanenko has basically twice the villager count of Warrior. Warrior's dropping below 100 pop now. He's got losing villagers on the lumber camp. I think we will see a GG pretty soon. Ivanenko is pop capped. And Warrior calls the GG. Well played. I think they were good games. We had a couple of mirror situations the first 2 games. So Ivanenko coming out on top when it's not a mirror matchup. Maybe Ivanenko should take that in mind. Maybe Ivanenko will go back and look at the recordings and be like, you know what? I lost all the games against Warrior where I was a mirror civ, but I won all of the games against him in this set when I was a different civilization. So maybe that's Ivanenko's strength, is using the civilization differences. It's something to think about. Or maybe Warrior just didn't get the damage in with his scouts, his early scouts, the way that he wanted. But I agree. I think Hindustanis are the stronger late game option here. And because Warrior didn't do the damage early on, eventually the power of the Hindustanis pulled through. So that's going to be all from me for now, guys. Really appreciate you tuning in to the stream. Hopefully you were as entertained and pleased by the games as I was. And I'm going to go back to random map scripting. We've got a lot of space map work to do for Alchemy League Season 2. So I'm going to get back on that, but I will be back online in about 7 hours, a little over 7 hours, in order to cast the first of the single elimination tournament matches that we have, Ronald Rage versus Alexander. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you everybody for tuning in.